Darling, 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 there's no need to worry. It's just
Fucking gonna miss this place.
Just a couple things on my brain. If it's you another, there's no need to worry.
I don't care if I lose money month on month because we're investing in the product, we're investing in the tech so much that we will be so undeniable in the space for what we deliver. And this is going to be a business and organization that I want to be proud to have stood behind for the next decade. We're currently on the roof of the office and we find a spot. Oh, we are back, baby. We're back in Bondi. This is what I missed after traveling for 5 months. Non-stop, no routine, new place every 3 to 5 days. Now we're finally back in a routine, laying down some of that foundation of just being able to wake up early, get up at 5:30 every morning, go for a swim, come in here, work in the office, building a gym, having our own space, both at home and an office to work from as well. I feel like bringing people together, so many remote companies out there, but you realize how much can be done when you all work together. The level of productivity that you get from having everyone in the same room is just insane. It's definitely a transition from founder to CEO and from solopreneur into a company and an operation. Everyone's starting to play their role and fit into the bigger picture. Week in the life right now, it's a lot of setup and we're just refining everything that we're doing. We've got a huge year planned next year. We're rolling in these big retreats. Everything in Amplify has been split down into education, technology, and community. Education obviously falls all of the frameworks that we deliver, and we built full roadmaps for the entire 6-month curriculum. Then we've got our technology. First tech product is Roll. We're also looking at a whole Amplify dashboarding system with analytics behind the scenes. Basically, if we can track every single bit of insight and then build workflows to make sure no one gets left behind, and also make sure that when people fall off, which is inevitable, we can get them back on track as fast as possible. So we're looking at integration with Instagram and analytics and Stripe as well, so we can track all of the business data and all of their growth on social media. And then finally, we have our community piece, which is now taking the form of the retreats. We've got Gold Coast, 12th to the 17th of February, and then we got Bali, the 25th to the 31st of May next year. They're going to be insane. We're taking over huge houses in both. We're taking over Uluwatu surf villas in Bali, which is going to be nuts. And then we got the Raw Dog Boys coming out to Australia. Going to do a big run club here in Sydney to start the year, and then one in Gold Coast as well. Other places we're looking at: Austin, San Diego, Barcelona again, and Cape Town, and then potentially London as well. We want to have these global retreats all around the world, and there'll be a pillar of what we deliver inside Amplify. Putting things online is one thing, but you need the offline to drive that. So that's a big part of my ethos. It's always been. It's how can you connect and bring people together. It brings me so much energy and joy seeing great people connect. But like when Ned, Prime Train, Tom, and Keenan all hung out in Bali after the last retreat, seeing that lights me up from a founder's perspective, but also from a friend's perspective. There's no better feeling when multiple of your best mates are all hanging out together, especially when it's because of you. So if I can do that, I know that you're only one connection away from completely changing your life, and I just want to help give that to as many people as possible. And that's the opportunity that we have. We've got a global network of creators now. There's over 1,500 people inside the program. Our job is about stringing on all of this attachment. We're bringing on huge human resource. And to be honest, we're in this stage where a lot of these businesses, a lot of these info course businesses, they just collect cash and they walk on. They buy Ferraris, Lamborghinis for their marketing, and they just collect the cash and move on. Someone like Aman, 6 offers in whatever it is, 2 years. I'm not doing that. This is the only offer I'll run, and I'll run it for the next decade. I don't care if I lose money month on month because we're investing in the product, we're investing in the tech, and we're investing in the delivery so much that we will be so undeniable in the space for what we deliver that it won't matter anymore. This is an investment into the future, and this is going to be a business and organization that I want to be proud to have stood behind for the next decade. So that's what excites me, it's what drives me, it's what gets me out of bed every morning. And I wake up every morning ready to go, and I fall to sleep. Second that head hits the pillow, I'm out, which is always a good sign. Enjoy a week in the life.
We're getting the gym done with Recon Strength here. They're bringing us an insane setup right now. We got Miles and Max helping us out today, so we're about to go put it together. Let's fucking go.
I tell the pipe down, baby. Hell no. You know my roundabouts, baby. Hell no. It's where I came from, baby. Hell no. Cause I come from a different time.
Coming together. Yeah, shout out Recon Strength. Thanks so much for sorting us. That's going in. We get the pull-up bar. We've got a hex bar. We've got a barbell, some weights. Can actually have a session now, which I'm looking forward to. Yet to come is the dumbbell rack. It's on its way. Sauna needs to go in. Ice baths. I'm pretty much good to go. You don't need an overcomplicated gym. A lot of gyms, they add so much unnecessary crap. I think simpler is better. discover a couple things. Reduces the amount of cognitive fatigue when you arrive at the gym and go, what piece of equipment am I going to use? You don't need machines, a few free weights, use your body, pull-ups, dips, push-ups, a little bit of barbell strength work, mate. We're away laughing. I'll give a review once I've had my first session, which I'm very much looking forward to. I'd say last 12 months, we're the least tan I've ever been in my life over summer. Spending far too much time indoors on this bad boy. So gonna make sure we put in the calendar 12 to 1, little training session, move the body, even if it's just a bit of mobility out in the sun, getting to lie on that nice turf. It's a good feeling. Barefoot as well, oh, it's a dream. To train topless and barefoot, some of the greatest pleasures in life, let me tell you that. So, if anyone who remembers, we were in Chamonix together, then we were also in Turkey. Yeah, we went all over. Basically, whenever I'm in Europe, I always hang out with James because he's been living in Amsterdam, but now he's come home.
Yeah, nice. Back good.
So good.
It's good to be here.
Come check out the place. We're literally just down the road.
My heart is tearing me apart, but I know I miss you, baby, if I left right now.
Calls from 1:30. We're just cooking up some steaks for old Jimbo. I used to live with James when I first went to Sydney, so we came over from New Zealand together, went to school together. And then we moved in together, went to uni here, and then James left to Amsterdam. So for the last 3 years? 2 years? 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
Worse, you just had like the bumpiest sleep, and then went down to Jeju.
What's up, boss? Hey, Hung? What's up, bro?
What's up with this? I thought you weren't coming.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
We spoke yesterday.
Yeah, but I don't. It's too early to be lied to.
Right and wrong, been
Tell me
on
the
and
truth,
off,
you're not.
communicating since the day I left from home. And as we get older, it's hard to reach understand.
Fucking gonna miss this place.
Best way to start the day. Doesn't get better than that, huh?
That's beautiful, mate.
Yeah, I could be all around the world, but without family, it don't mean anything. Can we bring the love back?
Which I've already done, what I'd want them to be doing, and then creating structure around each of those groups, or the leaders who we do assign know exactly what their role is and what they need to do to essentially like creating structure and KPIs around their deliverables.
Yeah.
All the reds would essentially be either migrated or removed. So most of them are migrated. Performance would be holistic health, would go into gym coach. There's probably gonna be a nice overlap there.
It is. Bit of just functional strength. Haven't done much functional training or like strength training in a while. It's gonna do Peterson step downs, which we used to do a lot of. Gonna do some core. Now I've gotta go run like 8K pretty quick later on today. And then we get a massage and rest tomorrow.
1970 something, 1970 something, 1970 something, 1970 something, 1970 something. 1970 something, nigga, I don't sweat the date. My mom's is late, so I had to plan my escape out the skins in this world. The fly girl.
So it's like split. There is like grow and convert. Yeah, I think that's the difficult balance to start with. Is like a couple ways to do it. I think probably the first one is like get him to report it to us and ask those questions, so then we can give the direction and just get him to drop it like in the chat or whether it's a call, whatever it is. One of the biggest realizations is that every level of coaching, whether it's fitness coaching, wealth coaching, business coaching, content coaching, everything adheres to one thing: life coaching. Tony Robbins has it figured all out. It's how do you help people get out of their own way? The biggest reason people get stuck, biggest reason people fall in, they cave to their desires, they break their good habits, they go back to whatever they were doing before, is they just can't help themselves. So I think when I think about fulfillment, and if I think about designing an app or a product or anything in this space, I think about how can you instill the best habits in someone. And I take Atomic Habits as a leading piece of research, I guess, or a book or a reference that I come back to and go, how can I apply the frameworks outlined in Atomic Habits to someone so that they can be successful? As an example, if I was creating a fitness app, right, for fulfillment, so to help people achieve their fitness goals, the things I would be thinking about are how do we go to the root problem? People don't fall off because they've got a really healthy meal in front of them with steak, sweet potato, broccoli, and they've got McDonald's next to it, and it's just, they're looking at the 2 plates and going, oh, which one am I gonna eat? That's not why people fall off. People fall off because they don't have steak in their fridge. They don't have sweet potato. They don't have the right ingredients. And it's like, why aren't they in their fridge? Well, when they went to the supermarket, they walked down the wrong aisle. And when they went to the supermarket, they didn't know what to buy because they didn't know the ingredients that they were meant to be eating. So it's like, okay, how do you prepare someone with a grocery list prior to them even coming to the supermarket? How do you tell them which aisles to go down to and which aisles to avoid? How do you build that and integrate that into the product of delivery? How do you go to the root cause of the actual problem, which is that they're storing all of this junk food in their fridge. So when they're hungry and they have cravings, they open the fridge and there's a packet of Tim Tams. If you remove the Tim Tams, it makes it a lot harder for someone to cave on their diet. So it's about removing the negative things that they want to and putting barriers. It's about removing the negative things that they want to get away from and putting barriers and blockers in front of those to make it more difficult to break and go into these vices. And then it's about putting positive things into the things like that. So it's like, if they love steak and like you've identified that, it's like, great, let's feed them steak. Steak is better than Tim Tams. Let's give them things that they already enjoy, but make sure that there is steak in the fridge. And then it's like, okay, if they, struggle to find creative recipes, it's like we need to provide creative recipes and meal prep options so that when they look in their fridge, there's already ready-made meals in there that they've already created, the day before. And it's so easy for them just to open it out, put it in the microwave and then start eating, rather than the Tim Tams, which is so easy just to rip open the package. Is there a super simple, dulled down version that you give people just to like get them started? It's like this weird world of when it was fitness, it actually is so easy because you just like fucking make them a program and tell them to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, it's like, we could make them a roadmap and tell them to do it and then educate them. But I think there is a level of like thirst for the education. Like they want the transformation and the result, but I think to be successful at that, they need to fundamentally understand what they're doing.
I agree, it's a hard one. It's just such a hard one. But it seems to me right now people are getting stuck. USP, ICP, am I a documenter, am I an authority?
The My Story one, because everyone has a story. Everyone can put something out there on your background, but where do you take them from there?
That's why I say the SMART goal, but then the SMART goal needs to be embedded in an area of focus. And
if you don't have one, most people come in and they're like, SMART goal, 10,000 followers. You're like, that is not a SMART goal. It's so funny. The amount of people that have follower-based SMART goals, not a SMART goal.
If I was building my dream fulfillment product, the way I would think about it is how do you spoon feed someone at the right time? Because I think all of this is predictable. All of this is predicated on timing.
Yeah.
From the perspective of like understanding this, it's contextual on timing. So it's like, okay, they have no idea. This is like everything else in the course or like anything should be blocked out. It should be like, it's like this, and it's like, this is like, oh, this is like all the shit that they could be doing. And it's just like, we fucking like, none of this is touchable because all they need to work out is this like, what's your area of focus? Just because I hate the word niche or niche. Whoever calls it niche, it's not fucking niche. It's niche. Like quiche. Is niche an American word? I think it is.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's. I have always heard niche. The people that say niche are just saying it wrong.
Like, have you found your niche? Oh, fuck up. But like, all of this should be blacked out because like none of this fucking matters. Because if you get this wrong, you're fucked. And then it should be like, okay. And then it should be like, okay, now we're like here. And then it's like, give me your SMART goal. And it's like really the review on this needs to be like watertight. Thank you so much for following the journey to anyone who's been here, whether that's from day one of the Alfie Gets Hard of my first account, whether that's Pure Body days or now with the Amplify and moving on to long form with YouTube. I appreciate all the support. I wouldn't be here without you. It's truly been a dream come true. I head to the US in a week's time when we're going to Miami and then to Houston and then to Austin. in Houston, I'm meeting up with Christian Guzman and getting a tour of Alpha Elite, which is going to be a full circle moment, because when I was 14, I used to watch Christian Guzman on YouTube every single night. I still remember when he opened his first tiny little Alpha Elite garage gym, and it had proud but never satisfied on the side. And I remember a YouTube video where he was crying in his car because someone broke in and stole everything or damaged the inside of his gym. And I just remember being so connected to that story despite being 14 in New Zealand on the other side of the world. And that shows the power of content creation, and also shows such a full circle moment of being so connected to that person. And now I've got 1 degree of connection. The guy I'm meeting in Miami, we're driving up the coast for a potential business deal that I need to look at. And the guy who's connecting me is like Christian Guzman's behind the scenes manager. And he's gonna go take me to meet Christian, go check out Alpha Elite, the actual gym. So it feels like a full circle moment, having watched him on YouTube and now being able to go meet him in person. So I look forward to that.